Blonsky, now you're up!
Sorry. Cover me.
We finally know how the MCU is going to bring a more brutal and powerful Hulk in the World War project. As we all know, Hulk is now Smart Hulk, but in the comics, Hulk's time on planet Skaar is way more intense and savage than anything we've seen on Earth. How is the MCU going to make Hulk more powerful and brutal on Skaar? Well, I think they'll highlight that planet Skaar has way more gamma radiation than Earth, and there are tons of gamma creatures there. Plus, we might see some Old Strongs, an ancient species, and we know that Hulk marries one of them, eventually becoming Skaar's mother in the MCU. Skaar's cameo in She-Hulk teased that too. The Smart Hulk persona might stay to some extent, because Marvel needs to show how Hulk does smart things, like marrying and saving his wife, just like in the comics. So let's dive into how the MCU can nail this for the World War Hulk movie. One thing that'll be new, though everything else will be fresh, is that we're going to see more of Hulk's kids. Skaar has two siblings, Hero Kayla, his twin brother, who sadly died in a battle against Axeman Bone on Sakaar, and his half-sister Lyra, the daughter of Hulk and Thundra, the Empress of the United Sisterhood. Since Skaar appeared in She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law, it's clear the MCU is expanding the Hulk family, but it's too early to say if Lyra or Hero Kayla will show up in future projects. If they do, it could lead to some of Hulk's best storylines. And speaking of Hulk's family, we already know Skaar's his son, but what about his mom? Skaar's mother is Kyera the Old Strong, who met Hulk on Sakaar while they worked together against the Red King. They became lovers, but tragically, when Hulk's shuttle exploded, Kyera died, along with millions of others. Her death was a huge reason Hulk went after the Illuminati, leading to his destructive return to Earth. Given the MCU's changes, Skaar's backstory might not be as dramatic, but there's still a chance we'll see Kyera in live action. World War Hulk has been a fan-favorite storyline in Marvel Comics for years, and there have been subtle hints that the MCU might eventually adapt it for the big screen. Thor Ragnarok took some inspiration from the Planet Hulk storyline, which serves as the foundation for World War Hulk. Mark Ruffalo has also expressed interest in seeing it come to life. However, there's one major roadblock that Marvel Studios faced: the film rights to the character. Universal has held the rights to Hulk since the 1990s. While they've struck a deal with Disney and Marvel Studios, allowing the MCU to feature Hulk in team-up movies, they've not been able to make a solo Hulk film, as Universal still controls those rights. So for World War Hulk, Marvel would likely need to make it more of an ensemble film. While World War Hulk could fit well into the MCU has made some changes that could complicate the story. Two major elements of the original World War Hulk storyline, the Illuminati and Sakaar, have been introduced in ways that differ from the comics. The Illuminati, a secret group of powerful heroes who make big decisions for the greater good, played a key role in Hulk's exile from Earth. The group was introduced in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but they were from a different universe, meaning they didn't interact with Hulk from the main timeline. This leaves the MCU a bit of a challenge in adapting that part of the story. Another major change in the MCU comes from Sakaar, the planet where Hulk spent a lot of time in the Planet Hulk storyline. Sakaar is where Hulk was exiled, turned into a gladiator, and eventually formed his Warbound team. While Thor Ragnarok incorporated elements of Sakaar, like Hulk being a gladiator, it didn't go much deeper into the planet's significance to Hulk's backstory. She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law dropped a huge clue about the direction the MCU might go with Hulk's story. In the first episode, a Sakaarian spaceship appears, forcing Bruce Banner and Jennifer Walters off the road. Later in episode 2, Banner mentions, "I got some things to take care of," before flying off in a Sakaarian ship. This left fans speculating that the MCU is setting up Hulk's future journey, potentially leading to World War Hulk. Mark Ruffalo himself has commented on this tease, stating that the Sakaar storyline is a good place to start, and hinted that World War Hulk could dive deeper into what happened on the planet. The actor has hinted that the MCU could fill in the gaps that were left from Thor Ragnarok and She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law. Jessica Gao, the head writer of She-Hulk, also mentioned that the story opened up the possibility for Marvel to pick up the World War Hulk plot if they chose to. For those who are unfamiliar with World War Hulk, it's important to understand Planet Hulk, the storyline that kicked everything off. In the comics, after Hulk loses control and attacks Las Vegas, the Illuminati decides to send him off to space to protect Earth. However, things don't go according to plan, and Hulk crash lands on the planet Sakaar. There, he's forced to fight as a gladiator, eventually gaining the planet's favor and forming his Warbound team. The events on Sakaar set the stage for World War Hulk, where Hulk returns to Earth with a vengeance. In the comics, Hulk's first stop upon returning to Earth is the Moon, where he battles the Illuminati member Black Bolt. From there, he heads to New York, taking on the X-Men and other superhero teams, including the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. His goal is to destroy New York City and get revenge on the Illuminati for exiling him, but he's not interested in killing innocent people. The battle intensifies when Hulk faces off against the Sentry, a hero with the power to match Hulk's, and the two have a brutal fight before both pass out, returning to their human forms, Bruce Banner and Robert Reynolds. Eventually, Tony Stark uses weaponized satellites to bring Hulk down and subdue him. Hulk and his Warbound team are then imprisoned in an underground facility. There's a real opportunity for World War Hulk to fit into the MCU, especially in the gaps between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars in Phase 6, where no movies are currently scheduled. This could be the perfect time for such a massive story. However, the ideal time for World War Hulk might be after Secret Wars, as releasing it during Phase 6 could distract from the Avengers' main arc. The storyline is so big that it could easily dominate multiple MCU projects. It involves not just the Hulk, but also the Avengers, X-Men, and Inhumans, which could overcrowd the MCU. Since mutants haven't been fully integrated into the MCU yet, this could mean that World War Hulk may still be years away. Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner Hulk would be the natural choice for the lead role, but while he has suggested the movie could happen, he's also mentioned that Kevin Feige told him a solo Hulk movie will never happen. This doesn't rule out World War Hulk, though. It could easily be an ensemble movie where Hulk serves more as the antagonist than the focus. She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law expanded the possibilities for World War Hulk, particularly with the introduction of Hulk's son, Scar. This could add emotional depth, as Scar might seek revenge after being abandoned by his father, or his family could try to calm him down. The story could also include Red Hulk, with Harrison Ford's President Ross set to become the character in Captain America: Brave New World. This long-awaited transformation would make World War Hulk feel even more likely. The MCU could also involve characters like Doctor Strange and Mr. Fantastic, who were part of the Illuminati that exiled Hulk in the comics. However, we won't be seeing Iron Man due to his death in the MCU, and Black Bolt hasn't made his main universe debut yet. World War Hulk could be a massive crossover event like Civil War, where Hulk returns to Earth seeking revenge on the Illuminati and faces off against the Avengers, X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. The addition of Scar and Red Hulk could create an intense showdown, offering a perfect chance for the MCU to explore this legendary storyline. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.